One of the more common ear problems we see in puppies and kittens, and even many young dogs and cats, is ear mites. These pesky little mites are highly contagious and easily transmitted from pet to pet, so are therefore very common in shelter and pet store puppies and kittens, and even in dogs or cats that play and interact with infected pets. The most common symptom affected pets exhibit is scratching its ears, and the scratching and head shaking can be intense. Affected ears often accumulate a very dark, waxy debris and can look very red, inflamed, and infected. Diagnosis is fairly routine and can easily be made by applying a small amount of the debris from an affected ear, spreading it onto a slide, and examining the slide under a microscope. These little pesky mites are fairly gross looking and are usually moving around the slide fairly rapidly. Most of the time we see live mites, but sometimes we make the diagnosis by finding the ear mite eggs. We often get a kick out of watching the reaction we get from pet parents when we have them look at the slide under the microscope. There are many treatment options available, and fortunately all are very effective. Regardless of the treatment option used, I always like to start by thoroughly cleaning the ears. There are topical medications which can be applied, some daily, some even weekly. Some of the topical flea and tick medications available from your veterinarian may also be effective in treating ear mites. An injectable and oral medication are also available and can be administered by your veterinarian. Since certain ear infections, like a yeast infection for example, can look like an ear mite infestation or even complicate an ear mite infection, it is very important to have your pet's ears checked by your veterinarian for an accurate diagnosis if you note any excessive ear debris, itching, redness, or odor. I don't recommend you try treating this yourself without having an accurate diagnosis, since the wrong cleaning solution or medication can make the problem worse and can even cause permanent ear problems and subsequent deafness. In addition to a thorough cleaning and microscopic examination, your veterinarian may want to submit a sample of the ear discharge for a culture to rule out a concurrent infection and make sure he or she selects the correct medication to treat the ear problem. Certain allergies can also cause some ear problems and can cause your pet to scratch at its ears excessively, so this too has to be determined. So if you see your dog or cat scratching those ears, or if you notice excessive redness, irritation, or debris, see your veterinarian as soon as possible. Ear problems are very uncomfortable and, if left untreated, can become very serious. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Dr. Jeff Werber.